Hello everyone. In our newsletter released on 10/26, we shared some information about our new 247 mode to the general public. If you haven't already dug into it, I encourage you to head to pantheonmmo.com to catch up on the details. While today is the first public announcement detailing 247, our VIPs and testers have been experiencing the intensity of this new mode over the last month. While this video will not be all-encompassing of the features of 247, it is my intent for it to instead act as a starter overview, to take a moment to explain some of the key functionality and show it in action. Today we'll be discussing Tazrin's Gaze, the tower that will act as a hub for organizing your epic loot and skills, as well as where you'll earn favor with the Watchers. From here, you'll teleport into Terminus's open world, as well as where you will return when you're done with your journey, before it's too late. As with anything, stay tuned in to pantheonmmo.com and our socials as we continue to cover more details and updates with gameplay footage in the future. That said, let's get into it. Tazrin's Gaze is your base of operations in 247. Upon starting your journey, you'll begin within the chamber of the tower. Here you'll find your stash, as well as various crafting tables to forge exciting new items to aid you in your survival while exploring Terminus. Opening your inventory, you'll find a torn letter, welcoming you to the tower and directing you to meet the Scavenger, one of the 11 Watchers. Using a teleporter within the starting room, you'll be taken to the atrium, where the Watchers will reside. Following your torn letter will connect you with the Scavenger, who will give you your first task. These tasks given by the Watchers will enable you to progress a faction system with each one, unlocking new items for purchase and new tasks to further your growth for individual relationships as well as your personal character growth. This includes access to new abilities and skills, as well as basic leveling to increase the strength of your character. The depth of this system will at times pit various Watchers against each other as well, and you'll have to decide which of the Watchers you want to pursue a deeper relationship with for more enticing rewards. It's also important to note that from the tower, you will be able to access a friends list and search for fellow players to group up with before heading into the world. It's always safer in a group, but then you'd have to share loot, so I'll be heading in this gameplay footage alone. Once you have selected the task or tasks that entice you, it's time to head into Thronefast and face the danger that awaits. Before heading out to complete your objectives, it's important to note that getting prepared is crucial to your survival. Hit your stash and equip the items you wish to travel out with, but also be sure to set up your abilities properly, as you will not be able to alter your skills once in Thronefast. Oh, and make sure you're careful out there, because dying means that you'll lose what's on your character unless those items equipped are labeled as lifebound. Be forewarned, the level of risk causes some pretty high intensity out there. Once geared up and ready to go, click the portal in the center of the chamber and you're on your way. It's also worth noting that you'll have the option to enter a standard PvE world or up the ante by heading into a PvP version of the world. Remember, the same rules apply. You'll have one life to live down there, and choosing PvP means the players around you become new, dangerous wrinkles, in which adds to the threat that Terminus already possesses. Choose carefully, but remember, with risk comes reward. Sure, you could die and lose all your gear, but taking out another player, well, that means what's theirs is now yours. So which option will you pick? For this demonstration, I've selected a single starter task to explore the lands of Thronefast and find the Oceanside Gate to return to the tower. Sure, it sounds easy enough, but this means not only do we need to survive the dangers we face, but also find the required gate before we run out of time. For if we do not, we become a casualty of Terminus. As a reminder, when heading into a mission, it's really up to you in regards to how many tasks you'd like to focus on, or even ignore those tasks completely and explore the world for gear and experience to boost your character's power the way you want. While a simple task to start, keep in mind whatever you find via looting enemies or through various loot containers in the world can be taken back to your tower to store for future missions. You'll also find various crafting materials or even items that are desirable for the Watchers themselves. It's also important to note that even if you do perish on your journey, all the experience you've gained to progress your character will still remain. So I'm going to stop talking. Here's some gameplay of me walking through the task given to me by the Scavenger. Okay, so now we're ready to head back to the tower with our newfound loot, and to increase our faction by turning in my task. So that means it's time to find a gate that's open within Thronefast and make our way home. In the case of the task I'm currently working on, it's the Oceanside gate I'm looking for. You'll notice gate statuses in the window at the top of the screen. So be careful, because not all gates will always be ready for extraction. So let's head home with our loot, shall we? What excites us most about this survival mode of gameplay is that the core experience is truly the Pantheon loop we have been working towards, only with a time limit that adds a bit of intensity to the experience. This allows us to gather some great feedback on our various systems and create replayability, while still giving the player the freedom to adventure in the world as they see fit. Just to reiterate, this is just a quick taste of what 247 brings to the table. Expect more information in the future, and stay tuned to our various social media platforms for more updates. Thank you for watching, and until next time.